What is up, CubeSam? CubeSam back with you. And welcome back to Cracking the Crackpack. This is not necessarily going to be the normal world I play on. This is just one of my little testing worlds that I've been doing. I honestly actually had to go back and look at the footage to see if this is one I was recording on or not. This is just, you know, sort of just a world that I've been playing on lately. Actually, if I had to go back and look, I think I broke the other one. I would have to go back and look. I think, is it cobble around redstone? It is. Okay. Still need buttons. Okay. So yeah, for those of you who did not know, calculator existed in 1.7 as well as in later versions. Just was never used very much. Not charging that, is it? Okay, that only takes away energy apparently. So I need something to charge it. Oh, I know. A power cube. I remember my calculator mod. Do I have more coal in there? I don't. This only needs 1,000 RF, so it should be fine. That'll do for the moment. Okay. Yeah, I have Futurum in here, so it's got... they've actually thrown in a lot of the updated stuff. I've got a lot of ore processing to do, though. Picked up a lot of copper in the mining world. Okay. Yeah, I've got a big Project E chemical bag, so it's got a lot of shit in it, mostly food. Spice of Life is in here. I really need to look and see if I did start recording on this world or not, because I really don't know. I should put some of those bowls in here. Okay. So these lots of food peppers do not find themselves very capable of matching up. Put these calculator assemblies away. This redstone away. I should actually probably make sure this area is chunk loaded. Alright. Yeah, I just wanted to do a little XenTime chit-chat stuff today. I just actually uploaded a Chuzzle video. Totally out of order for our normal stuff, but I wanted to, you know, address it there, and now I kind of want to address it here that I am sorry for, just gonna take the waypoint down, for not being capable of keeping up with the schedule right now. Am I dying? Am I here? Come on, game. God watch. I'm gonna get all the way over there and then I'm gonna teleport. Oh gosh, the game is dying. Give me a second. Let me exit Steam. There we go. That helped. But yeah, so I know I said this at the beginning of the year. I did try to, keep up with myself. Obviously, I want to turn out to be capable of keeping up with the schedule that I've put out, but right now it's just not something that's very doable, and I am trying really hard, but work is being a pain in my ass. It's getting pretty bad, but I can't really talk about that right now. There's going to be some stuff going on in the future that I just can't talk about right now. Oops. N is not the key I use to open my inventory. So it will not do anything when I go to close my inventory. I mean, I do want to talk about it eventually, but right now just isn't the time. But yeah, there's going to be some changes coming up, and also it's just been really difficult because the hotspot hasn't been wanting to work with me, and I've been having to go through a lot of shitty signal zones because of work and stuff. So where the fuck did that go? Oh. Oh. That was weird. My inventory's hopping around a little bit. I guess the computer's just not having a good day either. Yeah, as I said before, I do want to get more like live action stuff going on too. Like, I don't want to spend all my time focusing on the gaming channel. And it may turn out in the near future that content turns a little bit away from Minecraft as my things allow. I mean, I'm still gonna continue the series as I have going, and I'm still gonna finish Enigmatica, which is gonna take forever. But I actually have, in the more recent stuff I've recorded, made a beeline towards completing most of the major quest lines, so that if/when we might end up saying, you know what, this is all this is doing for me at this point, and calling it, if that's the case, which I don't hope for it to be, but I know can happen sometimes with a pack after you play it for a while, that at least we'll have the vast majority of the important shit actually done. Then I just kind of want to start focusing on spending a little bit more time being able to play with others. And at one time in my life, Minecraft was the main, if not one of the only ways I had to do that. It wasn't a first-person shooter game. And for one, now I've gotten a lot better at first-person shooter games, but also, it's one of those things where, people have their phases. It comes and it goes, and I don't intend on ever, fully abandoning Minecraft. I enjoy it. But especially recently, I have gotten myself a few new games, both multiplayer and single player, that I am definitely waiting to sink my teeth into, and it'll be a lot easier to do that if I don't spend as much time focusing on Minecraft. So I might switch up the schedule a little bit. I still want to try to have stuff coming out at least 5 days a week, but I'm not, or even 3 days a week, but I'm not really able to promise anything significant right now. And because of the way that things have been going sideways with work, I'm not going to be able to go home again until the middle of March. So unless I can get my hotspot to cooperate with me, it's going to be a while of fairly little content because I'm just not going to be able to upload very much for a bit. Just because the problem I've been having isn't so much that I don't have internet connection, but it's more that my hotspot, and it's not just my hotspot, I think it's a problem actually with my computer starting to act up, because it is a few years old now. Sorry if there is a little bit of ruckus added to the audio. It's warm back here, so I had to turn the air conditioner on me a little better. So my computer's been randomly disconnecting from the hotspot, and I'm not entirely sure why. But I do know it's really fucking annoying that it's doing that, and it's also kind of becoming an issue where, it's not wanting to do certain things that are much simpler than uploading a video. It'll be like, it'll get halfway there, and then it'll be like, we were connected to Wi-Fi? And just, screw up, and it's really annoying. And when it's doing stuff like that, I know that there's just no way in hell that I can get it to do what I need it to do, And that sucks because, I want to be able to get stuff out there. There's shit that I want to do. I've definitely considered going back and opening up a few of the older mod packs and just, shooting the breeze with them, seeing how people like them. But I also, I really need to finish the mod packs I'm playing, even though to some degree it's easy to get bored. It's like, I owe it to you guys to finish a mod pack, because, I know sometimes I can play enough packs to give people whiplash trying to keep up with the videos I'm putting out. So, I'm trying to be a little bit better about doing that. That's, I don't want to call it a resolution of mine, because as a general rule, I'm not one to make New Year's resolutions, really. But, it is something that coming into this new year I wanted to do, is be a little bit better about, being consistent with the content that I'm putting out. And I know that as long as I'm not, dramatically changing things up, that most people would be more than happy to see whatever the fuck I'm putting out. Just because the way my content has always been, it's just been a little, off the wall. But yeah, it's been difficult to do much of anything, and especially because I'm going through a lot of problems with myself, a lot of psychological problems and personal life stuff interfering with what I want to do, and self-esteem problems and stuff like that, and it all culminates together to be just one depressing whammy that just prevents me from being very efficient. People only have so much energy they can really provide to a thing before it's you start drawing from one thing or the other that you try to do, the energy that would go into it. And I have to think about my family first, my personal stuff first, paying the bills and stuff like that. And so I end up having to divert a lot of the attention I would much rather give to YouTube to work, not YouTube work. And it sucks, because I'm miserable at this job, and that's no secret. And it's very physically taxing, and so it's just kind of one of those things where I've ended up having to give so much of that energy to doing work, either work or doing like housework, which I have no problem doing, but that goes back to focusing on family first. Is I gotta help around the house. I caused a huge amount of the mess that I've now put Maddie in the unfortunate position of having to deal with, because she'll need half a dozen things and they're all buried in storage, God only knows where, doing God only knows what. And so that's where I have to stand up and try to help organize and dig things out. And, oh wow, that's the first time we found a dinosaur foot. Let's get a cup of coffee out of here. That should give me haste or speed or something, but it doesn't. But yeah, and I will say to people that, like, if you're having some issues, some psychological issues with yourself, and you feel comfortable going to professionals, please do. If you're feeling, especially if you're feeling like suicidal, please seek help. I'm not that bad. I'm just, I go through, I have chronic depression issues, so I go through like little spirals where, I'll get depressed. And it doesn't help that, I've been having a lot of issues at work and in my home life, and because of those things teaming up together against me at the same time, it's just really taken like a hit at my self-esteem, and it's difficult when that happens. I try to keep my head up. I tell myself the same sort of shit I tell you guys all the time. Whenever I have the opportunity of like, you can do better, you're not alone, you're all that stuff. But, at the end of the day, even with that reassurance, I know that it's no picnic. You're walking a good, long, hard road, and the only person who can walk it is you. Nobody else can walk that road for you, and you still, get something from it. And, like, the logical part of my brain understands that and acknowledges that. But then there's a part of me that's like, but can't I just catch a fucking break for a second already? And it's just that way sometimes, I still feel like that from time to time, because it's like you do so much, and it's like, come on, catch me a fucking break. But, that's not the way the world works, as much as I wish it was. Lag. Okay. But yeah, that's, we all wish the world was a place that always made sense, a place that everybody could feel at peace with, at home with, accepted with, what have you. But that's not the world we live in, unfortunately, We live in a shitty world that could care less about our feelings, and, basically it's every man for himself a lot of the time. And that sucks. Not just from a standpoint of feeling like it's you against the world, but I mean just in general, like the odds of that. Like, if you consider the every man for himself stuff, it's like, it's just, it's a shitty situation all around. So yeah, that sucks. I always kept meaning to turn this into more like of hard recipe mode shit, and I just never end up doing it. Like, I want to. I would love to have, Enigmatica level bullshit with cracking the crack pack. I never have the time. I'm also willing to start accepting other mod pack ideas for things I should play. I'm gonna revisit once again augmenting and playing again Awakening by Shadow Wake. I was going into it and I made this big deal of going into it, and then it just never took off, and I wasted all my fucking eggs for one chicken. I keep thinking that beacon is a bamboo shoot. Oh wow, why did they all chop down? I need a bamboo shoot. Where's my bamboo shoot? Bleh. I guess I left one in the ground over here, didn't I? Didn't I? I might have to destroy their leaves first. Come on, I need the bamboo shoot. Lovely. I'm gonna have to go fetch more shoots, it looks like. Anyway. But yeah, it's been rough lately. Like, it's been really fucking rough. And I appreciate those of you who I hope will end up being understanding and sympathetic, but I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking to milk the sympathy cow, for instance. I just want to communicate with you guys and want to make sure everybody knows. It's like, my love of YouTube, as you all know, has been a roller coaster, and there have been times where I had to step away because I didn't know if it was what I wanted to continue doing. I want to assure you all that is not the case right now. I definitely would much rather do this every day than get up every morning and get in the driver's seat of this stupid semi-truck. Believe me, if it were up to me, I would definitely just at least give this being full-time a shot. But unfortunately, that's not the way our world works. I wish it was. It's not. And I've definitely tried to sort of balance things a little better, but even still, I have not done a very good job of that. I think I'm gonna put the uranium aside. Is there any other uranium in here? There is more uranium in here. Okay, put that in there. Well, that's just gonna be grinding up fucking copper for the next 3 years. I really need to get organization down. Or an AE system up. One of the two. So I've had a weird bug, by the way. Let's see if I can go find one. Yep, there's one right there. So I don't know what I did, but for some reason AE meteors are spawning at the top of battle towers, which I guess is an interesting added side bonus for like difficulty in getting an ME system. But this was kind of an unforeseen issue. Also, this poor maimed silverwood tree. Ew. Nope. Nope. Hey, it's not a villager. Ow! Okay. Oh, two torches in a block are never good. Okay. I don't want to destroy every spawner, because, you know. I just thought about this. I don't know. Shields don't exist yet. Worn out loot bag? That's the one with the cake, right? Hey. Ow. Ow. Oh, you're the infernal one. One of you is the infernal one. Ninja skeleton? Ow. Okay, I don't need that. Oh boy. Okay. I need to do some reorganizing. How much time have I been recording? I've actually been recording a decent episode. Yeah, I'm not gonna do my reorganizing on screen. I'm just gonna kind of put shit away. So I really don't know if we're gonna resume playing on this world or not. We might. I don't know. Yeah, that's the one with the cake. For those of you who are looking to start doing YouTube yourselves, you know, I've probably said this 1,000 different times, 1,000 different ways, but, you know, take a moment to really think about, you know, how your life is structured and what you're willing to change, because I guarantee you're going to have to change a lot, and you're not even going to realize it to begin with. But there's a lot of change that comes with trying to do something like this in your life, especially when you've got a busy life. So just really keep that in mind, because especially if you're really passionate about it, you know, it's gonna break your heart when you can't really do things the way you want to. Believe me, I know. Been there firsthand, and you know, it caused me twice to quit because I felt like it wasn't good enough. And I put that the wrong way around. There. That was the right way to do that. Anyway, but yeah, I can touch more on that subject later. I might decide that I want to keep recording on this world and differentiate it from the other one. I will put up that that lost episode. However, I was actually originally, when I recorded it, it was intended to be for a series I was releasing on my private Facebook page, because I had friends of mine who wanted to sort of and I guess probably family too, who wanted to sort of see what it was all about and sort of get a sampler of my work. So that sort of shenanigans. But I think I might continue on doing this, just because I'm enjoying where this conversation is leading, and I don't know. I want to make CTCP like a regular thing again, like sort of my go-to if I want to talk and do a XenTime. That CTCP is probably what I'm going to do, sort of thing. Even though I want to integrate like other stuff too, like until Nick and I start playing regularly, I want to do a couple instances of Hexit or Hexit 2. Just because I need to keep my playtime on APOC up, or otherwise the claim expires. And yeah, so I don't know how much of it is going to be Minecraft and how much of it isn't going to be, but I can tell you right now, Zion and I have some plans of doing stuff together, but we don't know when everything's going to happen. I don't want to say too much, but I will confidently announce that when we get the chance, so to be determined on the timing, we do plan on doing a very beloved first-person shooter series on co-op, and that's going to be really fun for me, because it's the first time I'll have ever played that game alongside someone else like that. So yeah. I gotta plant these tomato seeds. Do I have flax planted too? I do. Okay. Okay, the thistle was not supposed to do that. Okay. Plant those. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. I do want to make it sort of a regular thing. I was hoping to keep it all on one world, but unfortunately going to the Erebus broke the other world. Sadly, I really wish it hadn't, because I was having a lot of fun on that one. But, you know, I guess we'll just kind of see what happens as time goes on. And if we have to change over worlds again, we have to change over worlds again. But yeah. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to slap that like button. It lets me know that you did. Don't forget to support the channel and everything I do over on Patreon. Patreon.com/CubeZenLP. Please, please, please suggest me some stuff you would like to see as Patreon content. I do have some planned items, such as reactions. I'm thinking about doing my own solo sort of retro reactions to things. There'll be more probably like fan commentaries than anything. But, you know, just to things that I enjoy watching, like, you know, some of the older Star Trek. Well, Maddie and I want to do Star Trek stuff, but like maybe some episodes of Stargate, or maybe Farscape, or, you know, watch the old Planet of the Apes. Anyway, I greatly appreciate any and all feedback, positive or negative. At least it's feedback. You know, if you absolutely must say something negative, as long as it's not along the lines of telling people to go off themselves, I really don't care. Do keep in mind that I have officially begun banning people from the channel who randomly share those stupid short links, because whether or not they're advertising their own stuff, or whether or not it leads to some random, potentially malicious place, it's not my place to determine. What it is my place to do is to, you know, I gave people warnings not to do it anymore, and they still do it, so please don't do that. If you put a thing down referring, like, hey, this is a link to, an article about something that I talked about in an episode, that's fine. But just a random shortened hyperlink, never expect anybody to click on those, because that's just not very smart. In the world we live in, it's one of those things where, too many people, unfortunately, just do malicious things because they can, and so nobody's gonna go click on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Don't let's go and shoot them out. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.